Take a deep breath and settle into your comfy chair. Welcome to the Healers Collective, the podcast that will alchemize your health and ignite an expansion within your soul. I'm Caroline Nixon, and with my over 25 years of experience in all things holistic, as well as being a psychic, a healer, and a medical intuitive, I will guide you deeper into your energetics, your body, and your soul, supporting you along your path to be the best healer, psychic, energy worker that you can be, knowing and trusting that your body is fully supporting you. Together, we will be navigating all things energy, vibration, frequency, mindset, soul, body, spiritual practices, and more as we move through this thing called life. So grab a cup of something hot and let's get to it. Okay, so what does the month of October look like for your body, for your health, for your well-being? We're going to get into all the things that I am seeing in the universal energies for October as it relates to your health, your wellness, your well-being, how you can navigate the energies best. And let's get into it. Okay, I've got my notes here. So, first of all, we've all been feeling it, right? I feel like the energies are already coming in. September was a huge month collectively, globally, a lot going on. And I feel that October is also going to be bringing a lot of things popping up energetically, collectively for us all. How you navigate it is up to you, though. You don't have to like tap in and hold the collective energy. As we know, the collective energy right now is a little heavy, it's a little dense, it's a little fear, it's a lot of fear, and there's a lot going on. That does not mean that you have to hold that. However, you can choose to go inward. September has been about going inward, finding your balance, finding your inner peace, your inner knowing, so that you can be the change you want to see in the world. October feels like it's on the same, okay? So, before we get into it, I do want to share, as a result of the energies that I'm reading and picking up on, I actually created a little 5-day recalibration experience. It's a group healing experience. It's called Revive. It is going to help kind of anchor you back into your body. It's going to help with your nervous system. I'm going to be bringing in healing. It is a healing experience. It is a 5-day experience. It starts October 20th. I'll be going live 3 days that week, holding space. It's a support. It's going to be very, very supportive, energetically, very healing. And I feel like it's really going to help you come back to you, which is where your power is. Okay. Well, we begin October 20th. It's $44 for the 5-day experience. And you can reach out, you can comment Revive, and I will send you the link, or you can check it out on my website. All right. So I just wanted to share that first and foremost. So it feels like it for some, the energies feel deeply unsettling. It feels like our foundations are being rocked a little bit. And our root chakra, especially, might be feeling a little bit wobbly, a little bit unstable because there's so much happening globally in the world. So the first thing is we're going to want to work on our root chakra, our base chakra. Also, what I'm seeing is like the base of the spine and also like your legs and your feet. So things that you can do, you can work on your root chakra. So you can do some root chakra healing. You can work on community and building community around you. Okay. So getting with people that you feel really safe with, and really building that support network. And that can be online, it can be in person, whatever is your situation. Also, what they're showing me is get outside, get in nature. Okay. Nature is abundant. It like earth, like put your feet on the ground and earth yourself, ground yourself, be in nature. That's going to feel very, very supportive, always, but October is no exception. All right. Your nervous system is going to be affected. You're going to feel it. Okay. So if you start to feel fight or flight, or, like freeze, fawn, any of those nervous system responses, you want to pay attention. They're showing me like the vagus nerve in particular. So you can Google that as far as exercises you can do to calm the vagus nerve. One thing that you can do is like pull on your ears. That's very calming. Deep diaphragmatic breathing is very good. Meditation. There's tons of different ways to work with your vagus nerve, but you're going to want to work with your nervous system. That's why Revive was created. It's going to help balance and regulate your nervous system. The immune system as well. This time of year, we see a lot of seasonal allergies. Okay, that's immune system response. So working on your immune system, building it so that it is very protective, but also there's a lot of immune system issues, autoimmune issues that might be seeing a flare up in October if you already haven't, because I've been seeing it for months now. But just know that if you have a flare up of any autoimmune issue, you're going to want to work with your immune system. You're going to want to go into a deep dive with that and find out what is going on, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically, what is happening in your body. Now, the guidelines I'm giving you in this October body forecast is for like everybody, but we're each unique. We each have our own lessons that we're working through, things that we're learning and growing and expanding, and our bodies are different. So, whatever I say, if it doesn't resonate, let it go. Okay. But if it resonates, then it's for you. All right. Just want to make sure that's clear. Okay. So pay attention to your immune system. I'm also seeing the kidneys light up and also adrenals. Adrenals are stress hormone. Cortisol might be an issue for you, but it's the stress that they're really highlighting, and that's going to go hand in hand with the nervous system. But when your hormones are out of alignment, if they're out of whack, now listen, the hormonal system, the endocrine system is a very complex, physically complex. There's a lot of moving parts. Okay. I see a lot of people, a lot of people, men and women, that their endocrine systems are not in alignment. Okay. So, but they're highlighting the adrenal glands. This is stress. They sit on your kidneys. Stress. Okay. Stress also is tied into the nervous system. So you really want to pay attention to your adrenal glands and also your kidneys for some. Could be, they're even showing me like it could be even bladder. So, your kidneys purify and they release. And so, are you able to let go and release the stress that your body is holding? It's one way to do it. We release through kidneys, bladder. Okay. There is an energy of overwhelm, and that there's like a heaviness that can be felt by some. Okay, this is a great month, just like September was a great month to unplug a bit. Okay, to go with it. It's not that you don't show up in your business and online and show up for your family and your job and all of these things, but this whole like mindless scrolling, okay, not is not good for your immune system, is not good for your nervous system, is not good for your adrenals, and it could like further feed this sense of dread, this sense of overwhelm, this sense like heaviness. There's an overall depletion energy. So if you're exhausted, you feel run down, that is your sign. That is your sign to say, whoa, okay, what's going on? Okay, and look within. I have a great program on my website called Connect, where you connect with your body. It was an 8-day live program. It's pre-recorded, and it teaches you and walks you through, and it's very experiential on how to connect with your body, how to trust your body, how to listen to your body, and really like build that connection. Your body's always talking to you. It starts with a whisper, then it gets louder and louder and louder and louder. And by the time you have like physical symptoms, your energy's been wackadoodle for a while. So do yourself a favor and connect with yourself. A great exercise, I've taught it for years. It's the easiest thing in the world. Body, body, body. What do you need right now in order to heal, in order to feel better? What foods do you need? And then just listen and listen with your inner sight, your inner knowing, and then go do that. Because a lot of people, they listen and they get all these downloads and then they don't do anything with them. If you don't do anything with the download, first of all, you're just going to keep getting the same message and your body's going to get louder and louder and louder and louder until you cannot ignore your body. All right, your body will get your attention one way or another. Maybe do yourself a favor and listen before it starts to scream. Okay. But you do you, right? You do you. Some people don't listen until they are laid up in bed, and that's your prerogative and right. You can choose that if you want, or you can make it easier on yourself and begin listening to your body, and then go do the thing your body. If your body is saying rest, go rest. If your body is saying hydration, go hydrate. That doesn't necessarily mean water. That's a whole other thing. If your body is saying spinach, don't overthink it. Don't Google what does spinach mean. Just go eat some freaking spinach. Okay. We're changing and shifting all the time. Listen to your body. Sorry, off my soapbox now. All right. October is also an amazing month. It's an opportunity for growth, expansion, releasing, up leveling. Some people call this an ascension period. It is, here's the thing, you cannot ascend, i.e., raise your vibration, raise your consciousness, if your physical body is full of toxins and junk. I mean, you can, but it's going to be 10 times harder and you're going to feel exhausted, especially if you are a healer or a psychic or an energy worker and you start working with bigger energies and maybe like bigger guides come in and your body is full of junky toxins that are weighing you down, literally and figuratively. You need to listen to your body and give your body what it needs so that this ascension period can be a little bit easier for you. People get like the ascension flu and they're laid up and they say, oh, it's just the ascension flu. I personally don't believe that we have to like suffer to ascend. Okay. It just means that you haven't been listening to your body, and your body needs you to pay attention so that you can widen your perspective. Now, is it wrong or bad to get sick? No, absolutely not. We don't do any of that. However, I want it to be easier. I don't want to do things the hard way. I don't know. I just want it to be a little bit easier. So I'm going to listen now so that I can expand my consciousness without being like hit by a truck, that feeling of just like, or you get the flu, or, people say, oh, I get the flu every year. I mean, do you have to? No, you don't. You don't. You haven't been paying attention. Okay. And it's a belief. It's a belief. I get sick every year. I used to get strep throat once a year. And I don't, because I've been doing my inner work. I've been doing my healing work so that my throat chakra is, I mean, is there room for improvement? Yes, always. But I've done a lot of healing work and that's not my story anymore. So think about your story. Do you say, oh, I get seasonal allergies every year, or you're like, I get the flu every year? That is a story. And every time you affirm it, then you're just affirming that belief. Remember, what you believe becomes what you experience in your world. Your universe brings you more of what you believe. So, little side note there. Okay. This is a, a very important time. I feel like I think every month I've said this, okay? But it's true. You must take great care of the body. Your body needs your care so that you can expand your consciousness and expand your your vibration, high, raise your vibration and all of that. What I'm seeing also for October is you really need to check your spiritual hygiene. So you want, and this isn't from a place of fear. I am not like, I have to protect myself. I can't go out into the world. The world is unsafe unless I'm doing this huge ritual. No, it is checking your aura daily to see what's on your aura. Your aura can like hold on to all kinds of stuff as we're walking out in the world. So this is where it is very important to do your daily energy practice. For me, I check my aura, I check my energy bodies, I check my chakras, I open up my energetics, and I check my organs and systems and everything. I do that every morning, and I make sure I'm nice and grounded. I make sure that whatever I need to address physically, I'm doing that. If you need help with that, I offer heal packages, 1 month minimum requirement. And well, it's a commitment actually, and it's a healing package. If you want more information on that, just let me know, reach out. They're amazing. Okay. October is really going to, I don't want to say test, but it's going to show you where your spiritual hygiene might need a little bit of improvement. Okay. As it's an ascension period and we're rising up, here's the thing, we live in a duality. So we've got light and what we would call dark. We've got higher vibration and lower vibration. Neither is bad or wrong, good or bad. Okay. But as we're raising our vibrations, we might see the counterpart of that coming up more as well. We're already seeing it. So you want to make sure that energetically, spiritually, you are as clean and clear as possible so that you can read the energetics of everything around you and know what and who you're communicating with. Just because someone, I'm going on a little tangent here, but just because you think all of a sudden you've got this new guide and you're talking to like, Alibaba. I don't know. I'm not going to say anybody. You want to make sure that you are able to clearly read that energy and make sure that you're actually talking to a higher vibrational being and not a lower vibrational being that's telling you what they think you want to hear, because lower vibrational beings love to activate your ego. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Cleanse your energy however you see fit, and make sure you're checking your energy often so that you are not from a fear, but like, this is my energy, that's your energy. Cool. All right. So, moving on. It is October. I feel like it's been this way, but October moving forward. Okay, moving forward, even into 2026. I will be doing the 2026 body forecast. I'm doing it in early December. Okay, so be on the lookout. That's free. Be on the lookout for that. I'm doing it live on Zoom this year. It's going to be awesome. Discernment. This is where you need, as we are moving more and more, and we're seeing more and more people like using AI, we're going to be seeing more and more AI videos, and, they are very realistic looking. And we want to make sure that we are able to discern, and you can read the energy and see this is fake, this is not fake. And this is very important. And it's going to be just keep getting more and more important as we move on. All right. But also, as it relates to the body, I don't know about you, but when I'm on social media, there is, ad after ad, influencer after influencer, doctor and, practitioner saying, you need to use this or you need to take this, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. So being able to discern what is right for your body, again, it comes back to body, body, body. What do you need? I'm not saying supplements are bad. I take supplements. Do I take the same supplements every day? No. I ask my body, what do you need today? So it's about being discerning, really working that discernment muscle is going to be very important going forward, for sure. Um, Also, again, along the same lines is like, who are you listening to? Who are you trusting? Um, what are your beliefs around what you're hearing? So, really, it's, again, it's like coming back to self and really calling back your power. One thing I am seeing that I feel is important now, and I've already seen it coming through for 2026, is calling back your power. And what does that look like? And where have you given your power away? Anytime we just take something at face value, and, like, for instance, the medical community, we go to the doctor, they tell us what's wrong with us, and we go, okay. And then we do what we either take a medicine, and I'm not saying anything bad about Western medicine. I feel, know and trust that it does have its place, but we have gone overboard, and we've really just, like, whatever they say, okay, cool, I'll do what you say. And we do that in so many areas of our life. So really, um I see more and more of, like, coming back to self, calling back your power, becoming empowered with your body and with your health. You get to choose ultimately what you do. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so October is also about trusting your truth. What is your truth around health and your body and healing? Um, that's going to be really important. And this is a good time to, like, really, like, ask yourself, like, what do I really believe? And it's not that beliefs can't be shifted. You can, if you have a belief and you're like, you know what, that feels like something my mom would say, then you can switch your belief to a new belief. But you can't do that unless you actually know what you believe. So what is your truth around the body, around health, around healing? Like, what's required for you to heal your body, to feel your best? Like, that kind of thing is going to be really empowering now, October, through the rest of your life. So it's a good thing to look at. Um, let's see. October is also a good opportunity to empower yourself, take back your authority over self. So again, that comes back to, like, what are my beliefs? Where have I given my power away? Do I want it back? Do I want to call my power back? Energetically, am I calling my power back, from places, relationships, past experiences? What am I doing here? And it's just a good time. And this is always a good time to really sit with yourself and just ask, show me. And this is a great thing. If you're like, I don't give my power away. Um, you can say to the universe, to God, to source, to your guides, show me where I've given my power away in my life. And then go about your day, and the universe is going to be like, here you go. And you're going to be dropped into situations, and you're going to be like, and then pay attention. Okay, because sometimes we ask the universe these questions, show me, and then we completely put binders on and we don't listen. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're paying attention, not obsessively, but paying attention. And you will be shown. So play with that, it's fun. um So this is a little bit of tough love for me to you. You already know this, but sometimes it's worth hearing again. Ultimately, your health, your body, your healing is your responsibility. No one can heal for you. No one can make choices for you. I can't, like, walk for you or eat whatever for you, right? Ultimately, it's your responsibility. Now, that's not to say that if you're sick, if your body has broken down, if you are just like, my health is a mess, I feel like shit. It's not about making you feel bad. We're not trying to berate you. I'm trying to empower you, because if you have, in whatever way, shape, or form, manifested this health issue that you have, you're a powerful creator. So you can create health and well-being, but it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. No one can do it for you. Even as a healer, I can energetically rearrange, bring in, do all this stuff. But if your body's not able to hold it, to embody it, to be it, because you are too uncomfortable. You don't want to do the inner healing that's needed. You don't want to look. I don't want to look at that. That doesn't feel good. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to think about that. First of all, that's your choice. And second, you're going to have to hire me full time 24/7. And I'm not prepared to do that because I believe that you're a powerful creator and that giving energetic support is one thing, but I can't want your healing. Nobody can want your healing more than you. Okay. It's a commitment to self. That's empowering, I think. Anyway, um, no one's coming to save you. I heard that loud and clear. So, however you want to take that statement. Remember, it's about being empowered. It's not about you having to do everything yourself either. Like, I believe that we are going to be going more and more and more towards like local communities, sharing, but as whole beings, not like you're coming to save me and fix me and help me and like, you know how back in the day, and maybe even people do it now, where people get married and they're like, you complete me. You know what? No. No. I'm a complete person. You're a complete person. We come together as partners, not to like complete each other. It's very old thinking. And if you think that way, sorry, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. So we're coming back to that. Okay. I am seeing that shadow work is, I feel like shadow work is always needed because there's so much that is held in our subconscious that we don't want to look at because it's uncomfortable. Here's the thing. I want to like make this perfectly clear. Everybody has shadow aspects. Everybody has things that they can improve, they can uncover, they can understand. Like you will always find something to heal if you're looking for it. Okay. So it's not about looking and like, I need to heal more because then you can get stuck. That's actually a form of self sabotage. And you can get stuck instead of moving forward in your life, you can get stuck on this hamster wheel of healing. I see that all the time. What that does is that keeps you, it holds you back. You're doing it to yourself because your saboteur, which is a shadow aspect, is alive and kicking and driving your bus. So that will keep you from moving forward in your life, whatever you're doing, whether it's building your business or, finding a relationship or moving across the country or whatever it is. It's like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. That's your saboteur. So I'm seeing shadow work becoming more and more like mainstream. A lot of people talk about shadow work, which I think is great. And I feel like we are being asked, like, it's time. Like, let's clear this out so that we can move forward, not to stay stuck in the healing, to move forward. Okay. So October is going to be bringing more of that. It's going to help you release the limits that you have placed upon yourself. No one is punishing you. You're not being punished. You're being asked to call back your power. And one of the ways we call back our power is by healing work. And one of the ways we do healing work is to do shadow work and to look at those uncomfortable bits. You know, I'm not saying it's fun, okay, but it's so worth it. I believe you are worth it. All right. And finally, pardon me, you get to choose. So much. Sometimes we think that we don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I have to go to work. Well, you don't have to go to work. You're choosing to go to work. And so, even just switching how we talk about things, words are very powerful. If we're constantly saying things that maybe aren't so positive, that's just getting reinforced into our beliefs and like the energy that we're putting out, and then the universe is matching it and bringing it back to us. So remember that you get to choose. I get to go to work. I get to change my job because I don't like this job. I get to move my body. I get to eat XYZ. I get to do this, I get to do that. I'm choosing this, I'm choosing that. I'm going to choose this now because I don't like that. So remember, you are so oh, okay. And finally, It's about October moving forward. I feel like this is like October into the future, okay? Is finding the strength and the will and the commitment within. Could be motivation, but you're always going to be looking for motivation. Motivation only gets you so far, all right? It's making that decision that you're putting your body and your health and your well being first and foremost. First and foremost. Deciding what your non negotiables are. Before I see clients, I'm doing XYZ. Not because I have to, because I'm choosing to. I get to. This is my choice. This is important to me. And so I'm not answering emails until I've done XYZ, whatever that looks like for you. Really like setting those I talk about daily practices. And again, daily practices don't have to be rigid, but it's consistent. Consistent. Now, what consistency looks like for you might look different for me. And again, just I keep coming back to it, but it's so important. And I see so many people struggle with this is making that commitment and then sticking to it and like just doing it. There is a time in business and with your health is it's not about like I'm not ready, I don't feel motivated today, I just don't feel like it. Now there might be some days where you do need to rest more, but if that's happening more and more, then something's going on with your health and you might want to look at that, okay? Or your saboteur is running amok and you might want to look at that, or you might not, right? The choice is yours. It's your life. It's your life. If your goal is to get as healthy as possible and you're laying on the couch every day because you're just tired and you're run down and I need to rest, I personally would want to look at that. But again, you're a powerful creator, so it's your choice, your choice. But it's really important to like tune into your body and ask your body what it needs. Now, this is about getting clear information because our mind is very, very powerful and it can be very sneaky as well in our shadows. So your mind might say, like your body, you might body, what do you need? And it's like, I need ice cream. If you start to get kind of funky dunky answers like that, saying that you don't, that could be your inner child needing some ice cream. That could be your mind. That could be your addiction to sugar. That could be the candida that's running amok in your body. So you want to make sure that you're getting clear answers and you're like, well, how do you do that? It's about like committing daily, talking to your body, asking your body, and then you'll begin to hear how your body talks to you. You'll begin to get a sense of how maybe your inner child talks to you. You might get a sense of how your inner victim talks to you. Like you'll get a sense because it's, when I want to circle back before I end today is when I talk about shadow work, it's not about getting rid of any part of you. Okay. Shadow work is not about getting rid of the saboteur or getting rid of the victim or the inner child or any of those things. No, 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 no. It's about making sure that you're taking you're understanding why they're there because your mind wants to keep you safe. Beautiful thing, right? That's what your ego, your mind, all of that wants to keep you safe. But when you are allowing your inner victim or your inner martyr or your inner whatever to drive the bus, so, and like making decisions in your life, that is where we want to take the power away so that you are not being overrun by these shadows. Okay, it's not about getting rid of them, it's about finding out what they need. They're important. Everybody has all of these aspects within them. We are I don't know, we are multi levels, we're very complex. So it's not about getting rid of, it's about working with so that we can get on the same page so that we're all in, you're driving the bus, you, the conscious, awakened, awesome person that you are. And then, everybody's in the back seat and that's cool. You listen to them just like you would a child, but you don't let your child drive the car, right? I'll let, my 4-year-old drive, right? I don't have a 4-year-old, but you know what I mean? So I just want to leave you with that. That feels like it needed to be said because I think a lot of times we think, oh, I have to get rid of and I have to do this and I have to do that. And then we're overwhelmed and we do nothing. Right. So start simple. What do you need, body? Body, body, body. What do you need? Listen, go do it, and then check in again later. And then check in again later. And then you'll get to the point where maybe you don't have to check in quite so frequently because you've embodied that. You've embodied that connection. So you don't have to think about it. It becomes like who you are. Okay? All right. That's what I'm seeing for October, and it feels like going forward. So you got like a twofer. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want information on Revive, if you want information on my month-long heal packages. And please know that I have tons of digital healings on my website, carolinenixon.co/offers. You can go check those out. They're very affordable. They are, you can download them and then put them on a playlist, listen to them often. I actually have a shadow journey and healing in there. So check it out. And I will see you on the next episode of the Healers Collective podcast. Bye.